Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly love reading. I hope you're doing well. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, let's see what Spirit wants to reveal about your love life right now, Gemini. So we have Death, King of Cups, Nine of Coins, Two of Cups, Eight of Wands, Knight of Coins, the World, Eight of Swords, the Sun. And we have the Tower. So it's a major arcana, and it means that you can expect the unexpected when it comes to your love life, but you also may begin to see things in your life kind of fall apart or change where it seems like it's completely out of your control. And this is in order for you to kind of rebuild that tower. And this is a love reading, so this would be rebuilding your love life. Because I do see a relationship here in the Two of Cups. Okay, so you have this energy of death. So death represents an ending and a new beginning. And seeing, the death card with the tower, this is kind of like two exclamation marks for you when it comes to the energy for this week. I feel like, for those of you who are in an unhappy relationship, someone may... I thought for some of you this could be you. You may just suddenly just walk out, just leave on it, not really giving any type of explanation. So death is, a huge transformation in your life, but it does come, some type of ending, an ending and a new beginning. I do feel like, there's an opportunity here for, a very strong relationship and a lot of excitement here at the Eight of Wands. But death is telling you that it's not that simple. Well, you have these opportunities all over this reading, but something has to come to an end. When death shows up, something has to come to an end in order for you to have that new beginning that you want. And for some of you, the death card, it means, major milestones in your life, like marriage and having children or moving in together. You do have, let's see, you have the Sun down here. The Sun also represents marriage and children. So this could be, what is coming up for you. But again, there is this ending that is hanging over you. Since this is a general reading, it's hard to tell what this ending could be. If there's, a ex that you keep going back and forth to, it could be that, the unexpected thing happens and you completely let them go, or you let go, past emotional pain to free you up to have this relationship. But this is a new beginning. This also could represent a new you. You let go of any type of pessimistic attitudes about your love life or your partner, and you're able to start over. You also have the King of Cups here. Now, the King of Cups could represent someone who has a water sign, male or female. It could be that, this is the relationship that I see here in the Two of Cups. But the King of Cups is, it's usually a message to be in touch with your emotions. Don't ignore whatever feelings you're having this week. Especially, what this energy of death and the Tower, these are very intense. I feel like something can radically change in your love life, but only if you're really kind of living with an open heart and being very optimistic, connected to your emotions. I'm even getting, for some of you, this King of Cups could be someone who's close to you, a friend, someone that introduces you to someone new. But if you're married, it could be someone around you, like a family member or friend, helps you work out some type of issue between you and your partner. Well, the King of Cups does represent a friendly energy, someone who's very close to you. But like I said, it could also mean that you have to kind of open your heart, be living from your heart in order to have this new beginning here. You also have the Nine of Coins. So the Nine of Coins is really, all about you. They're telling you that a lot of abundance awaits you this week. For those who are married, I feel like, this is a love reading that you might see a lot of financial abundance. And, money does not buy happiness. But, sometimes there are arguments about money. And I feel like for those of you who are married or living together and you've been struggling financially, it could be that, there could be an unexpected surprise, like somebody gets promoted or your finances improve, that helps you get back on track. And this could also be this, ending and your beginning from the Death card. But the Nine of Coins is also a message of self-confidence and believing in yourself as a card and telling you to not lose yourself in a relationship. So for those of you feel like you are becoming too codependent on someone, this is a message to rely on yourself. Rely on yourself. You do have this message down here, the Eight of Swords. For some of you, this can even be that there's someone who is in a relationship where you feel trapped. Maybe you feel like you can't survive without the other partner. Maybe even financially, you feel like you can't make ends meet. You're attached to someone for reasons that are not loved, and you feel trapped in this situation. Well, the Nine of Coins is telling you that you will be fine, that there is a lot of financial abundance around you. But I also feel like for those who are already coupled, that you will enjoy a lot of no material things. Okay, and then you have the Two of Cups. So this is a soulmate card. This is romantic love. This is feeling a really strong bond with someone. When I looked at this card, I did hear getting back together. Even though we don't have, like, you know, the Six of Cups in this reading, which is the past part of connected to the past. I am hearing that for some of you, this is someone from the past coming back into your life. Perhaps there have to be an ending in that relationship in order for you to have, you know, that new beginning. And you do have that message here again. I just noticed you have the World. The World is, you know, an ending and a new beginning. So you do have that message 2 times here with the World and death. And like I said, it could be that for some of you that there is a relationship that, you know, a relationship where the way that you're thinking, the way you're approaching love, you have 2 messages here of endings. And this doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's not anything to be afraid of, but it just means that there could be a relationship that does not serve you, a way that you're looking at your life or self or your love life that's not helping you or getting you anywhere. There has to be an ending 2 times in order for you to have this new beginning. And this new beginning is love. So this is, you know, feeling a really strong connection. For those of you who are single, this is someone new that comes into your life once you kind of let go of the past. This is someone you coming into your life where this is for those who are already coupled. You feel a stronger connection with your partner. You're able to get past any type of difficulties. Also, when I look at this card, it kind of feels like a victory, like they're celebrating. Maybe you're celebrating that you were able to work out your differences and you're able to stay together. You do have right here, right next to it, you have the Eight of Wands. This card represents, you know, change and excitement. So I do feel like for some of you, I mean, there's also here, this represents excitement in the form of, like, you know, like a unexpected surprise. I do feel like for some of you, I keeping the message that could be someone from the past who comes back into your life and brings in all this excitement. It's shocking. You're celebrating getting back together. But for those who are single also, is someone new coming in. The Eight of Wands usually shows up when you've been in a place where you've been almost like pessimistic and bored because there's really nothing interesting happening. And then all of a sudden, here comes all this excitement, you know, unexpected excitement and perhaps a message, communication. So I feel like for those who are single, will be pleasantly surprised this week. But even couples, again, this is just kind of like something positive happening after a time or maybe hitting a bump. You're celebrating. Okay, so you also have the Knight of Coins. So this can be to know someone who is an earth sign, but it could also just mean for those who are single and you people coming into your life who are trying new things or going, you know, to new places, new people, new experiences. But like I said, especially for those who are single, I feel like the unexpected could happen with the Tower here as a theme. Expect the unexpected as you try something different. Like, say, it could even be someone who's a friend, the King of Cups, someone that cares about you, you know, that leads you to meet different type of people. But this card also represents progress. You're making progress in your love life. I mean, Cena next to the Eight of Wands, which means that you could be getting a little pessimistic when it comes to your love life. I feel like something happens, especially with the Tower as a theme, where you finally see, like, I am making some type of progress, either in this relationship or in your love life. And I've said the World, you know, this is a victory. So I feel like those who are struggling in a relationship, you're able to overcome this. This just means that you're graduating from one phase of your life to the next. But again, this involves, I mean, you very much have this theme of light, you know, endings and new beginnings. This could be a week where this is like the ultimate victory for you, but something has to end. I just keep getting that message. Something has to end in order for the new to begin, because the World means you close that chapter in your life, you're done with it, you move on. But I feel like the new energy cannot come in if you keep clinging to the past in whatever way that is, whether it's a person or thinking about someone. There's something shocking, unexpected. This is a pleasant surprise in the Tower. It could be someone or you can't delete a relationship, but it can't happen if you don't let it in, if you're just stuck living in the past and refusing to let go of something from the past. So this is very positive for you, whether you're married or single and looking. So you also have this energy of the Eight of Swords. And like I said, I felt like this is like somebody feeling trapped, like, you know, in a negative place in their life or a negative relationship. I'm especially seeing it next to the World. If you know that you feel like there's something you can't free yourself from, maybe it is a negative relationship. Maybe it is you're becoming really pessimistic about love or your love life. If you don't find a way to release that, you're going to stay trapped in this, you know, I don't know if you can see that, but there's this web all over this woman, like a spider web. And instead of, you know, this energy here where this individual looks like he is free, and he's kind of balancing himself. I don't know, I feel like here's somebody stuck in a very weird place and the way that they're thinking, or in a relationship they already know is unhealthy, not good for them. You have the opportunity to finally cut cords to this. You're in some type of like spider web where you're not allowing yourself to be free. When you have like this amazing opportunity with the Two of Cups and the Sun and the same reading. So find some way to free yourself. Like you have to let go in some way. You know, in the Sun, this represents marriage and children, but it represents happiness. And this is actually the most positive card in the major arcana. So whatever it is that's going on here, if you feel like there's something you cannot let go of, especially something that you know has to end, ending here with love, right in the middle. Something has to end for you to have this relationship. The Sun is telling you that you can actually make this happen. This is a victory. This has positive energy. This is success. Like I said, marriage and children. I mean, seeing again with the Tower who, like this can turn into a pleasant surprise instead of an unpleasant one, as long as you're cooperating, as long as you really want change for the battery when it comes to your love life. Okay, so you have Justice, the Moon, and the Two of Wands. And you have the Empress. Okay, so interesting. You do have three major arcanas here. So there's, you know, again, a lot of opportunities for those who are willing to leave the past in the past, are willing to start over. You need a lot of kind of positive energy in order to attract or keep this relationship going. A lot of exciting changes, unexpected surprises, you know, things just kind of falling together for you. But only if you're cooperating. Also, you know, you can finally have what you deserve. You have Justice, which can represent, and maybe that you need more balance when it comes to your relationships, those who are already coupled. Justice also represents kind of setting things right. So for some of you, it could be that I kept getting the message of like someone from the past coming back in. It could be that you're not done with someone. Perhaps this person has not been in your life for a long time, but this is a message of that you still have karma together. There's things that needs to be set right. So someone from the past may return. And then you have the Moon. So the Moon can mean that, you know, there's things about your love life or your partner that you're not aware of. Not anything, you know, negative, because I don't really see that in this reading unless you feel that really applies to you. The Moon just means that, you know, pieces of the puzzle are still missing when it comes to your love life. I thought this is especially for those who are becoming pessimistic. Maybe you've been single for a long time and you feel like, you know, being never going to meet anyone. You might be surprised this week. The Moon is just like, you know, information that you're not aware of yet. I thought this is also telling you to watch the signs when it comes to your love life. I feel like this is help coming in from the spirit world. And then you have the Two of Wands. To me, this card represents like waiting. It's like this waiting energy, waiting for something to work out, waiting for something to happen. I'm getting a message that this card will especially apply for those who are not acting on this energy of like endings and new beginnings, where there's something that you don't want to see. I forgot to mention the Moon also. It can mean self-deceit, where there's something where, you know, you're kind of burying your head in the sand. You don't want to see something, you don't accept it. You know, it could be that this relationship that I see here and here, it's going to be put on hold until you finally let go of whatever it is then we need to let go of. You'll find when you do that, you will finally have this, you know, surprise from the Tower, this unexpected change for the better. You have the Empress over here, and the Empress represents abundance. This is the ultimate abundance card. And since this is a love reading, this is, again, she represents marriage and children, just like the Sun. Both are major arcanas. Escapement meaning that there could be a child that is born but conceived this week, or that you meet a partner that you could potentially have children with, or who could potentially be your life partner. I just see a lot of opportunities here, especially, for happiness and abundance. And just like I mentioned with the Nine of Coins, this can be like buying a house together, bringing in a lot of material things together as a couple, feeling and living very comfortably. But I do feel that there's some things that you have to look at that maybe you don't want to look at, endings and new beginnings. But also know this is like something unexpected, sort of unexpected surprise for you waiting this week. All right, Gemini, this has been your love reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again soon.